Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. So, today is a little special because it is my father's birthday. However, my father has been gone, passed away for this year will be 13 years now. But he would be 80 today if he were still alive. And why this is relevant is because I wanted to talk about grief. And not grief in a how do I move on without you kind of way, but more about grief in an authentic way. Okay? Meaning, I was only 24 years old when my father passed away. I was not a nice kid either. I gave my parents a lot of gruff when I was in my early 20s. I was out dating the bad boys and I wanted to be a bad girl and all that stupid crap. So, needless to say, I did not have a very close relationship with my father. I never did. As a matter of fact, because we grew up very, very poor, I was mad at my father for a very long time, because I was like, how could you have raised me like that? Like, what's wrong with you? What's the problem here? Like, why would you say those things to me? Why would you not say, I love you? Why would you, we just weren't a very huggy, I love you type of family, and I didn't get that from my father. He was not a protector per se, at 15 years old, he's like, you want to go out with a guy overnight? I don't care. Go do whatever you want. Like, they just didn't, for the longest time, I took it as they didn't care about me. But through my growth journey, I came to realize many, 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 many things and matured in a way that some people take a very long time to mature to. And with that maturity comes the realization that people don't do things just for the sake of doing them, just because, I feel like being this type of person. That's not how life works. There is a whole system going on inside every single person that has been developed over many, many, many years, including childhood. And that's where it starts. So through my growth journey, I really took the time to kind of get to know my father without him being present and being able to ask him questions. I took the time to really kind of question where my father came from, what his beliefs were, why maybe he acted the way he did, why he wasn't a protector and, a lover and everything like that. And what grief has really taught me, just to kind of make a long story short and condense it a little bit, what grief has really taught me is to live authentically. Okay? Meaning, when I was 24 and my father was dying, I didn't care. I mean, I had better things to do. I was just so disconnected that I was just like, yeah, I mean, he's going to die. I'm going to miss him. But, people die and that's life. And, I'm going to go on and date this other guy and I'm going to go to this party and I'm going to go, to work now. And it's like life just goes on. And then nowadays I find myself saying, wow, my dad was really an amazing person. He was so funny. He was very kind. He was a master of all things. He was so knowledgeable. And even my friends from high school would stop by my house long after I was moved out and gone to still learn things from my father. He was very talented. He was very knowledgeable. And unfortunately, it took his death And 10 years later, for me to find any value in that. So, again, going back to what grief has taught me is, if you are going to be disconnected from people in your life, you best be prepared that when they do pass away, because they will, everybody does, that you were your authentic self when they were alive. Okay? And sometimes this is hard for people. I hear people all the time talk crap about their parents. My mom wasn't there for me. My dad wasn't there for me. My dad lied to me. My mom lied to me. My mom beat the crap out of me. This, that, and the other thing. Oh, she was a horrible mother. She was horrible. My dad was an asshole. You know, like, I hear all of this, and then when they die, oh, he was the best mom ever. He was the best father ever. It's like, really? Because that's not what you were saying in life while they were alive. And this is what I mean about being authentic, okay? That's what grief has taught me. If you're going to say those things about someone who is still alive, and you're not going to say those things about them when they're dead, you might want to take a look in the mirror and really consider if you are an authentic person or not. And to be clear, authenticity means real, means true, means you're being true to yourself, you're speaking truth, right? So just something to think about. And I think about this all the time with my father, because I know how I treated him when he was alive. I know I didn't value him when he was alive. I'm glad that I did learn that, because now as I keep people at a distance, I do it consciously. I'm aware of, like, okay, if this person were to die tomorrow, my story will not change. My story about my connection to this person is not going to change because I live authentically. Okay? So just some food for thought. It's something that a lot of people struggle with, and some people will come back and say, I don't talk crap about people after they've died because it's wrong. But isn't that what kind of regret is also? You know, you do something just for the sake of, you don't want to be judged when you go to the pearly gates, you know? But anyways, so just some food for thought. Think about that. Live authentically. And have a wonderful day. And happy birthday, Daddy.